All right, what's going on YouTube? It's James with DadLore343, and today we're going to be talking about my Slovakian police trade-in Glock 17, Gen 4. So let's get into it. Um, Essentially, I did panic buy this. I didn't, but before you chastise me for panic buying it, I just want to get into the reasons why I did. But essentially, I had a plan to eventually get either a Glock 19, a Glock 45, the model 45, not the caliber 45, which is I believe the 17 length frame with a 19 length barrel, a Glock 17, and there was one other option I had. But basically, I was going to get one of those to be my new competition gun, open carry gun that you carry in a external holster on the range. So that was my plan, was to get something like that. But essentially, as soon as I heard about the Glock Model V being released and all of the Glock models being discontinued, I knew that I had to move fast because I saw a lot of Glocks, old school Glocks. Anything from Gen really 3 and 4 and 5 going out of stock really quick, especially on AIM surplus. So actually, I picked this up. This was actually not my first choice. I was planning to get an either a Glock. I think they had some sort of Glock 19 that was a police trade in that I was eyeing, and then they also had an Austrian police trade in for a little bit cheaper. I think it was 320, and this was about 350. But basically when I went to go get it, the Austrian was out of stock. The regular Glock, the other Glock 19 that I was looking at, was out of stock. So pretty much my only option was this one for about 350 was a Slovakian police trade-in Glock 17, and I got it. I'm happy with it. I've only shot it once at this point, but like I've stated in other videos, the plan is to get a bigger duty style flashlight on it, like an X300 or a TLR1, that'll stick out a little bit underneath the frame. But I mean, it's a full size handgun. I've actually already got a holster for that specific. It's a Safari Land that I lowballed a guy off eBay for. But the issue with that Safari Land is that there's no thing for a red dot cut, which is fine now. But my plan is to take it to a local person and get this milled for an RMR cut red dot, because that's what most of my red dots are. And the plan is to run this Hollow Sun 507 C with the ACSS reticle from Primary Arms directly on this slide. This is on my dagger right now. I don't really use this dagger too much. I really only use the upper slide on it. This is going to be, well, this upper slide is going to be my on my night vision gun, which will basically be a hodgepodge. Basically, all the this lower and all the internals from this Glock upper right here at stock Glock 19. I've already done a video on this. This is one of my favorite guns ever right here. I love the 19 a ton, but this gun is just long in the tooth now. It's suffered for about 7 years of wear and tear abuse between concealed carry and on the range, external stuff. And I've used it in basically every single competition I've had. I've had some form of this gun, but my night vision rig is I put this upper on this lower, and with these Glock internals, the barrel, the striker, the firing or the striker assembly, the extractor plunger and extractor, all into here, just because Palmetto State is not as reliable. I have had some failures with this, and yeah, but I do use this upper slide on that. But essentially, it's to transition these two into this one for my whatever, my external range purposes, my competition purposes, things like that. So I mean, it's just a Gen 4 stock Glock 17. I've only shot it one time. I like it. It's got some little bit different markings on it. I will put those up in a picture here. I mean, it's kind of cool though. Essentially, my thought behind it was that I just wanted to have, well, like I said, my plan was always to get either a Glock 17, a Glock 19, or a Glock 45 police trade in, because those are a little bit cheaper. They're used. My philosophy on that is I like to buy good things used. Pretty much, everything that I have in my life is used for the most part, from my FAL to my BCM uppers. My Porsche car is used, obviously. My house was used. We're not the first people to live in my house. So I do buy a lot of, good quality things used. I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally, and that's just my philosophy on it. If you think a little bit differently, I know some people in my life, they are very adverse to buying used things. They don't like it. I've had somebody tell me that they do not want to, pick up somebody else's problem and things like that when like buying a used vehicle and things like that. And there's things that you can do to negate that, but this is not what this video is about. It's about this Glock 17 Gen 4. So there's no real issues with it that I've noticed. I mean, it's just basically a stock Glock 17. But the only thing I have noticed is that there is some heat treatment issues on here. I don't know exactly what that is on there, but there are something. Yeah, right there, you can see it pretty well. There's something going on with that. But yeah, and you can see some of the markings on here, right? Yeah, I guess the Slovakian police crest. But yeah, I mean, but this was imported by IO Inc., Palm Bay, Florida, made in EU, Austria, assembled in Slovakia, Glock, GES, BMH, and then you've got the little Slovakian crest down there, which is kind of cool. I wanted to bring out my Glock 19 because here it says made in USA on my Glock 19, Glock Inc., Smyrna, Georgia. So, I mean, you're not really going to see a whole lot of Glocks meant for the EU in the United States. So I really think that's a cool piece, just like a collector's piece. I think in 20, 30 years from now that this will make this weapon worth a little bit more money than just a standard Glock that was made in the USA. Yeah, you've got different crests all over it. I mean, I find that really interesting that you've got different crests. I guess the Slovakian crest, it looks like honestly like a church window or something, like a hill and a cross and a church window, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just a stock Glock 17 Gen 4. Like I said, the plan is to keep it pretty much stock. I like stock Glock. That's what I like to do. Just basically mill the slide for RMR cut, maybe get a little bit taller sights, or I may just basically steal the sights off this Palmetto State dagger because essentially, once I can get a red dot on here, this will pretty much be retired. I may sell it or give it to somebody else or do something, give it to like a brother, one of my brothers for a birthday present or something like that. But, tell them, hey, this is basically a range toy. Do not trust your life to it. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I've really enjoyed this gun so far that I've had it. I have not had it a whole lot of time, but I look forward to using it a lot more. It's very similar to what I'm used to because I'm used to the Glock 19. And then actually my concealed carry now is the Glock 26, which I'm about to do a video on this as well. It's kind of funny that it takes basically two different handguns, the Glock 17 and the Glock 26, to do what the 19 does. But basically, I mean, the 19 is the split. It splits the difference between these two weapons right here. But yeah, and basically, I mean, the main reason I'm carrying this 26 now is because it's a lot more comfortable than the 19. I guess it's probably a me problem that I was getting fat at some point, and when I was carrying my 19, it was just really uncomfortable appendix. So I wanted something a little bit smaller, and I'd been considering a Glock 26 forever because I am deeply embedded in the Glock 17, 19, and now 26 family. But that's a topic for a different video. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much going to be my go-to like external range gun when I'm on the range or when I'm doing a shooting competition. And now this actually sits in my nightstand. It's my go-to for bumping the night. I know I've got not the best flashlight on here, and it's not really, it looks a little funny on there. This TLR7, it's not meant to be on here like that, but it's what I have laying around, so it's what's on there. But yeah, I mean, if you got any thoughts on the Slovakian police trading Glock, let me know. Or if you have a Glock from a country that's not the USA or not Austria, let me know. I mean, I'm really interested in that. I think that there's a lot of cool Glocks around the world. I'd like to get more, but it's not a priority at the moment. Like I said, this was pretty much a panic buy reaction to hearing the news that all Glocks were being discontinued. But I wasn't, I mean, I was planning to get one eventually. It just kind of sped up that process of me getting one. It's also got aftermarket night sights, glow in the dark night sights on it, which is cool. It's helpful for a bump in the night gun. Yeah, I mean, besides that, completely stock from my understanding. I'm not sure what Slovakian police agency carried this. I'm sure that I can do my research and figure it out, but I probably will not do that for this video. But I mean, I just was aware that it's a Slovakian police trade-in Glock 17. I mean, I think it's kind of cool, because you don't see that every day. You don't hear about somebody having a Slovakian. I mean, honestly, most people don't even know where Slovakia is on the map. I know I really don't. I'll have to put up a picture of it, but yeah, I mean, I really can't complain about it. I've only shot it once, but, functioned flawlessly. I think I put about 100 rounds through it. Worked great. It's stock Glock reliability. The rifling on the barrel still looks pretty new. So, I mean, I'm sure this was barely shot, especially being a European gun, and you know how most Europeans feel about weapons, firearms specifically. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts below. I really appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless.